we have this survey of economists that suggests that economists see the pound getting as weak as $1.35 in the event of a Brexit, which doesn't sound all that punchy to me because, you know, we're at 139 already. We went down below 140 just overnight. I mean, what kind of fallout in the market can you imagine if we did vote for a Brexit?
I mean, as I said earlier, I think, you know, in the first 48 hours, even getting a price on the sterling is going to be difficult. So where it actually ends up, I think, is still very much up in the air. I think pricing that type of event risk at this point is extremely difficult. And, you know, I would say it would be more logical about 130 would probably be where I'd put it. But again, I think the valuation aspect of removing Europe from the UK, I think, is extremely difficult at this point.
And this is a chart that we showed at the top of the show, which is taking us back to event risk in sterling. Northern Rock crisis, just before Northern Rock had the run and went bust, the sterling being bounced out of the ERM. I mean, when volatility gets going in sterling, it really rips higher.
Correct.
15% moves are pretty normal. 25% moves are rather abnormal. In terms of what you're seeing and what the market is telling you, tell me the kind of velocity that there is in terms of sterling trading.
Yeah, I think the pressure is still, well, the market is extremely ultra-short sterling right now. So I think there's a lot of sort of resistance to say, okay, how much further can we go given the short size that we're currently positioned? But as you said, you know, looking at a two-figure downside move on a Brexit, or three big figures, that seems a little bit to underestimate the sort of enormity of this particular event. So, you know, looking more like a 10 and 15 big figure move would on the downside would be more my estimate.
FX market's going to get a lot of political attention during the run-up to the 23rd of June. I think already some of the research by the banks is being cited in some of the literature that's being handed out by these campaigns. It looks as if it is going to feature as one of the potentially a key decision point for voters.
Yeah, we're going to have to put on our political caps, you know, and become pollsters and monitor the polls and this poll. And there's going to be incredible sort of random volatility when polls come out. But I suspect that this is going to go down to the wire. To me, this is not a logical argument. This is an emotional argument. And that cannot be sort of put into play until the people actually go to the polls. And I think it makes it extremely difficult to forecast.